Well, I am getting ready to go get a bite to eat. It is 6 o'clock now. I have been going since 8:30 this morning. I've been at the sale since 9. A solid 8 hours of work at the sale. I have looked at almost every single horse I wanted to look at so far in Lexington this year. Found a lot of nice horses. A lot of horses I really, really like. Some that I'm surprised I liked as much, and some, every year you get some that kind of let you down a little bit, right? You think, I want this horse, I think this is a great horse, and then you get to the sale, you look at it, and you're like, I don't know. It's just a horse. So lots and lots of nice horses to look at. So I didn't get to do your videos this week, and I thought to myself, well, I left Friday, I can talk about how the horses raced. Not a whole lot has changed in the stables themselves. We get some horses going into the grassroots finals this week. We have some horses week after next going to the Consolation, Sire Stakes Consolation. We have Compass Rose DC. We have I'm a Lovely Lady. And we also have Mama Knows Best. So 3 horses going to the $75,000 Consolation. And Well and Down, 5th last night, but gee, she was just beaten 2 lengths in 53-2. I thought she raced fantastic. A great year for her. She's put away for the winter now. She'll be coming back in around, what's the date? October, around mid-December. I think we'll bring her back in. So where does that leave us? What's going on? Obviously, I'm working my butt off trying to find us the best horses and the best value in Kentucky, in Lexington, Kentucky. I am at the Select Sale, the Lexington Select Sale right now. I'm actually sitting in my car because I drove here for the first time in my life. I drove to Lexington, Kentucky. Now, come next Saturday, I got to drive home. I'm going to drive home to Ontario for Thanksgiving dinner with my wife and a few friends. But that's next week. During this week coming up, it will be a marathon of horses. Now, I've done 60 videos for you guys, 58 I think, 58 videos for you guys, but I haven't seen all the horses from day 5 yet because they don't come in until Tuesday-ish of Lexington. So a lot of our day 5 horses, which is another 10 or 15 horses we're interested in, aren't here yet. So that's potentially another, 10, 12 videos? You could have upwards of 70 videos by the time the sale is done, not counting the ones, hopefully, when we get the horses. So I'm going to tell you about the horses that really, really caught my eye. Honest to God, guys, there might be 100 horses here that I'm going to keep a very close eye on. Not a ton on day 1. A lot of them are going to be expensive. I know that. You know that. So unless I can find a way to explain to you why we should be watching this horse, we're not. I didn't find any horses in day 1 where I wanted to come to a group of people and say, we need this horse. I really would like to have this horse. That 6-figure horse that every year we have one. There's a group of people that I could tap into to potentially fill that void. But a lot of nice horses here, but I haven't seen, maybe I haven't seen all of the day 1 horses I need to see. Now that I say it out loud, go back and look. Starting at the first horse, American Ideal, no. Muscle Hill, no. Well, there's one. There's a couple that I have marked down here as sleepers on day 1. Horses that, hey, Anthony, if you're hanging out by the ring and this horse stalls, you might want to put your hand up. That type of horse. I've seen them. I didn't do a video of them, but I've seen them. I have notes on them. So let's start with the horses I have seen. Better yet, let's get this week out of the way, since this is a video. You guys are not getting your videos this week unless you really want me to toil over telling you nothing new with a lot of the horses. What updates do we have? Got a couple of horses in the semifinal or in the finals for the grassroots. Tipsy and Dixie look some good. What about Need Your Opinion from the Clouds to finish 2nd? She's not consistent, but man, oh man, it would be great to find 2 weeks in a row with her. She has got a big race coming up next, whenever it is. I assume next Saturday. I'm not sure. I assume next Saturday, but man, oh man, she looks so good. James did a great job. I was cursing him the entire race from start right till about halfway down the lane. I stopped the profanity. She raced great. She finished 2nd. 52-27-1 on the end of it. Just was so good. Tipsy and Dixie just jogged. Didn't she just look good? I know the other division went a little faster, but I don't think anybody looked as impressive. I'm a little biased. I don't think anybody looked as impressive as Tipsy and Dixie. Sylvain's filly made that big move down the backstretch, but I still like the way Tipsy and Dixie raced and the way she finished up. I think we're going to have a great race next week, and then that's it for her for the year also. So, Tipsy and Dixie was good. Who else looked good? No Free Lunch raced okay. He's in tonight in the gold. The reason I'm not too worried about doing a video after I looked at the entries, man, oh, somebody said, geez, the grassroots are tough. Yeah, they are. They're not the gold, so man, oh man, that is the deep end of the ocean in Ontario. Those horses are good. A good bunch of horses in with him, and I said, we cut the tough division. Let's go look at the other division. Oh no, it's tough also. So 12 or 14 horses, however many they split it into, 2 divisions. Both divisions are very, very tough. No Free Lunch has to win to make the super final. That would be a tall order. But we still get the Harvest Series with him, and we're going to put him away fairly fresh, strong, and a 2-year-old with a mark of 51 and a piece. Can't do much better than that. Jazzy Judy made a break the other day, finished 4th, but just jogged the week before. So she has the number 5 position going for 100,000 beaners on Wednesday. Good luck to Victor Kirby, Jim King, and all my partners with Jazzy Judy. Braemar looked great. He's going to race next Friday at Philadelphia and Harris. I can't be there to drive him. I'm going to ask Simon Allard to drive. You might say, why Simon Allard? This Colt needs to be on his toes, needs to be revved up, and needs to be raced hard. He's got 1 race left this year. There's no need to continue on with Braemar after next Friday. He's done lots. He's won in 53 twice. Very impressively the other day. Trust me when I tell you, the day he won in 53 and 4, if that had been the other day, he wins in 52. That's how good he was. That was a very, very good mile the other day. The fenders had just come off on the racetrack. It was a very cold day, much colder than the day he won in 53 and 4. He's going to have to be on his best behavior and on his tippy toes come Friday, because there's going to be some good horses in there. We'll see. A tough test for him, but it will be the last test of 2020 for Braemar next Friday. Very impressed with the way he has, and if you want to really circle back to what I told you all those months ago, I told you in February, when would Braemar show up the best? Late summer, early fall, and that's exactly what's taken place. Yes is qualifying on Tuesday. Now, don't expect anything big from Yes on Tuesday. In fact, I think James was a little miffed that I put him in to qualify, but I'm not going to continue to put him in with Pacers to school. James said, they went in 56, I just sat back. No, we're not sitting back. He can go a mile in 58 or 59 on Tuesday. He can come back in 57 or 58 the following week and come back a third time for a qualifier in 55 or 56. At that point, we will decide where we are going with Yes. Yeah, how long? Just give me 10, 15 minutes, all right?
Just text me. I'll watch the end of the ball game anyway, but just text me.
I'll be done in a minute. I have to do this video. Okay. It's not going to be 10 or 15 minutes. So Yes needs 3 qualifiers into him, and then we'll evaluate. Now, probably after his first or second qualifier, run him back up to the vet, check that left hind, which is 100% and has been, but check him all over. He needs to be ready to go. I don't even know if we'll race him in Ontario, because he's going to have to go in the Open. Do I want to race Yes in the Open in Toronto? No, not right away, no. So we'll find a spot. I mean, the Meadows is obviously an opportunity for him. They're going to go 53, 54 over there also, but it's a different crew of horses. We'll see. Set a world record at Northfield. That's always a possibility also. Let's see how he qualifies. I wouldn't expect much. 58, 59 from this qualifying week. If I know James, he's going to get away 4th, follow 4th, and not move him. But he'll progress as he goes along. Oso Pine is racing in an hour at Northfield Park. He was really good. Second beat a nose last week. We will see what happens this week with the old Piner. Eglaire AM jogged last week, 158 flat, was awesome. Couldn't get her right back in, so we're going to school her on Thursday. She's going to the Simpson on the 16th. Now, I didn't really know. Geez, 1 win and then into a stake. Is she good enough? It's the end of the year. I looked at last year's results. Now, last year, the Liberty Bell was on October 16th. This year, it's the Simpson. Same crew, same bunch. And wasn't that tough? 58, 58, and 57 and 2 were the 3 divisions last year. I will be there for Eglaire AM in Philadelphia next Friday. Who else we got? Need your opinion. We talked about her. Talked about Braemar. Now we'll talk about the sale. So I've been at the sale for 18 hours now straight. Well, not 18 hours straight. 2 days, 8 or 9 hours, almost 10 hours yesterday, 8 or 9 hours today. Just looked at a pile. I bet you I looked at 300 horses in the last 2 days, and I want to know. I want to look at what's best. Not the most expensive horses, but I looked at a number of Chapter 7s. I looked at a lot of Cantab Halls. I looked at a ton of Cadabras. I looked at a ton of betting lines. Always Be Mickeys, Captain Treacherouses. I've looked at all these horses, and I've compiled the shortest I can get my list of horses I want to watch go through closely, 36 as of right now. So let's get right to it. I want to get you guys the entirety of what's going on. I might even start the video over. We're 10 minutes now. I talked about what went on this week. I talked about what's going to happen next week. We get the finals coming up for the grassroots. We have the Harvest Series starting in 2 weeks. We have Braemar racing in a stake race next week in Philadelphia. And we have Jazzy Judy on Wednesday. Aglaire AM the week after that. And the stake finals, the consolations, are the week after that, are on the 17th, a week from next Saturday. So 2 weeks from yesterday. 2 weeks from Saturday for Compass Rose DC. I'm a lovely lady. Mama knows best. So let's get right to it. I'm not going to pause it. I know after 32 minutes or something my phone cuts off. So we'll go up to 30. We'll start it back over. We'll start right now with 36 horses. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to toil over getting it lower than 36 right now. It's at 36. You want to know price points on the horses? I'll give them to you on a case-by-case basis, one-on-one. I'm not going to be posting them on this video, but I will post the 36 horses I thought looked very, very good to me today. Now, keep in mind, there might be 36 on this list. There's almost 100 that I thought were kind of interesting-looking horses, dependent of the price. I'm trying my best to be frugal here this year. I'm trying my best to tighten the financial belt, so to speak, of the stable for this fall. So let's see how it works out. Starting all the way to number 71. The first horse, now I guess this is not true. There is a horse that I thought not on my list, but I'll circle back. I'll back it up. So we're going to go to 37 horses, because the first horse I thought was interesting was number 5. Now the reason I thought number 5, Bomb Hugger, was interesting. One, it's a Chapter 7. 2, its second dam is a world champion mare, made $778,000, market 53-1. Doesn't say world champion, but I see with all this print, I don't know what you have to do to be a world champion. Looks pretty worldly to me. Personal Style is the second mare. This is the first foal out of a Cantab Hall mare. Problem is, this is a small horse. Now, I don't want to go too far down this road, but small horses on day one at Lexington typically don't fare that well. Now, she is a filly, well-bred filly, so there's going to be residual breeding interest to this filly. She's New York and New Jersey Standard Development Fund eligible. Okay, so she's kind of dual eligible. First foal out of a Cantab Hall mare. That's a check, as Steve would say. The Cantab Hall mares are sought after. So this is a Chapter 7 filly out of a first foal out of a Cantab Hall mare. Second dam was, I'll say world champion, but it doesn't say world champion. Raced in the Hamiltonian Oaks. Got a lot of print here. Pretty good horse. Pretty good family. But this is a really small filly. Really small filly. So what does number 5 bring? On paper, if this was an average horse, probably a lot. But I think stuffed real tight to the start of Lexington for such a small horse, I just don't see her going really, really high. If we could haul this filly in for, I don't want to put prices on here. I don't want to do that. One, just for a number of reasons. If we'd haul this filly in for a very reasonable amount of money, I think it would be worth looking at. So I'm gonna give a supplemental to number 5 on this list, and that is Bomb Hugger. Why are you not working? That's better. Now we're going to go to where I was going to start, number 71. This is a Southwind Frank, and people might say, oh, Southwind Frank. Well, you can say what you want. This is a good-looking horse. Very good-looking horse. Now, she is a filly. She is a sister-to-sister sledge. Now, the sister to both of them. Full sister has not surfaced yet. Sister Sledge made $620-some thousand. She's a Father Patrick. Southwind Franks were a bit of a flop, or at least perceived to be a bit of a flop last year. I think Southwind Franks, a good-looking horse, is a good-looking horse. Southwind Frank was a world champion and a very, very good horse. So I'm going to give him a pass, even though I didn't think there was anything wrong with him. We had a Glare AM winner the other day in 58. It wasn't her fault she didn't start in June. She gets sick and tied up. She was ready to go way back when everybody else was. Just jogged the other day. First asking 58 in PA and looked very, very good. Frilly Fringes had allergies all summer. Couldn't race her, turned her out. She's on her way back. I'm very happy with both the Southwind Franks we had. This is Behind Blue Eyes, a sister to Southwind Frank, number 71. This is a horse I very much like, and I am using the angle of Southwind Frank. So, if people are undecided out there, they're terrible horses. They're horrible. Don't bid on them. Number 71. Number 71. Stop doing this or I'm going to get angry. Number 71, Behind Blue Eyes. Next, you have to go another 60. That's not accurate also. Oh. I obviously looked at, I know what's going on here. I obviously looked at affordability and left number 85 off my list, but number 85, Tantra Blue Chip, is a Chapter 7 Colt. Now, dollar for dollar, I think he's just going to bring a lot of money. And he's not a tiny horse, but he's not a big horse. This is a Chapter 7 brother to Spider Blue Chip, and everybody in this family sells very strong. So when I looked at my list of 35 or 36, I'm like, do I need to bring up Tantra Blue Chip? This horse probably going to bring 70 or 80,000, and I don't think I want to pay 70 or 80,000 for him. So if he goes for much lower and we have a chance to get our hand up for 60% of that, yeah, I'd jump in for sure. I just don't think it's going to happen. So although I didn't list him, I'm putting him back on the list. Who cares? Number 85, Tantra Blue Chip. Next is another blue chip. That's 50 away. That's number 136, Trophy Blue Chip. A betting line. Another sire that has been, let's just say, not polarizing, at least for a positive way this year. A lot of the betting lines, people are down on them down here and still make nice horses. We had one, Braemar. Can't be any happier with Braemar than we were. I guess you could, but don't need to be. Braemar, very nice colt. Very happy with him. This is a betting line, Pennsylvania eligible colt out of a first foal out of a rock and roll Hanover mare with 252,000 made and a mark of 153 and 2.5 mile track. So, Trophy Blue Chip, go and look at the video. Some of these horses just look real nice. I'll excuse a lot of things, and Trophy Blue Chip, just a really good looking colt. 137. Next is 171. See, not a lot of horses in the early portions of the stages because I just didn't see the value in them. Just like 85, I left him off my list because I was certain he was going to go for too much money. If he doesn't, we'll probably have a stall for him. So, number 171 is Bar Brawl. This is a muscle mass windback colt. Bar Brawl, a very good looking horse. The second dam is Casual Breeze. First dam's a little light. Second dam is more than makes up for that. So, 171 is a muscle mass colt out of Bailey's Breeze, an Angus Hall mare. She's had 2 foals, both of them raced. Both of them okay. This is the third foal, and it is a good-looking muscle mass colt. Next, we have number 225. This is a horse I very much like, Muscle Maverick. This is a Muscle Hill colt. Now, the first dam looks okay. Second dam looks okay. The video of this horse was very nice. You pulled this horse out of the stall. I was really, really impressed with this horse. You know, Muscle Hills, not my favorite sire. And not because they're not good horses, but because they're not affordable. You know, the ones you can afford don't really turn out that good. I can tell you that. We've had 3 or 4 of them. So is this horse going to go for nothing? No. No. This horse will go for good money. But I really like Muscle Maverick. I think this is a very maverick. I think this is a very, very good-looking horse across the board. It's got a sister by Lucky Chucky that 11 wins and almost 400 grand made. There's enough of a reason I can make an argument for this, for us to purchase this horse expensively. If we get any kind of a deal or a bargain on Muscle Maverick, I would really like to get this horse. I like him quite a bit. Next is number 228. I know in my head we've missed horses, but I had to whittle this list down. Trust me when I tell you, there was a good 80, 90, 100 horses. I said, geez, that's a nice horse. Geez, that's a nice horse. But I had to look at, is there value there? Can you find value there? Are you going to get some good bargains there? The answer was usually no, so it didn't make this list. This list of 36 are horses I think could be in play. They might go crazy high. I told everybody last year, I don't want to do this. I picked a lot of bad horses, but I did pick Donna Soprano last year. I told everybody she was one of my top picks in Harrisburg, and we were going to go high on her. Not that high. I was thinking like 40, 50, 60 for a Donato Hanover. She went for like $130 and was a gorgeous horse. I will never buy the Donna Sopranos for $130. I can give you 6 that were horrible horses, not Donna Soprano. I'm just using one that was good. I can use plenty that weren't. So when it comes to horses, value. I'm looking for the value. These are 36 horses I think would have good value. At the same time, when we're waiting for these 36, I'm watching the other ones on my list go through too, because even though there may not be value in number 85 Tantra Blue Chip, you don't really know until the horse is in the ring. So, next on my list of horses to watch, number 228, Nighthawk, another betting line. Again, I'm looking for ways in. You want to discount sires? Fine. I'll give you a reason not to. Southwind Frank makes nice horses. We had 2 that I liked. I had 1 betting line that I liked, and this is a second, hopefully. The first one was Braemar. No, he didn't make $1 million. He only made $11,000 or $12,000 right now. But he's a 2-year-old colt with 5 starts, never missed a check, and has won twice in 53. So, Nighthawk. This is a very good-looking horse. This is a colt by betting line. First foal out of a Some Beach Somewhere mare. That Some Beach Somewhere mare is a sister to Beach Gal, who was a very good, I hate when I write over this stuff, just under 500,000 made in a mark of 49-3. Really nice filly. I see Always Be Mickey. Beach Gal, Final Pennsylvania Jugget, dam of, no. Beach Gal's a dam of Always Be Mickey? That can't be right. Always a Mickey. Oh, I'm sorry. 152-2 is a 2-year-old. He's probably racing this week. Maybe he raced today in Lexington. I missed that. Always a Mickey, trump that. All these horses. Then you look at the third dam, a Tokia, right there. A Tokia was a real good horse also. A mark of $150 and $1.8 million made. Lots of money here. How much are people going to discount the betting lines? Well, let's see. Number 228, Nighthawk. Next is number 267. This is a Chapter 7 colt. We probably can't afford this one, but love of God, this is a good-looking horse. Now, first and second dams are not strong. Second dam's a little weak. Obviously, the first dam is in that second dam. This is her first foal. First foal out of a muscle massive mare. Her name is, I scratched it off. Her name is Havana Bar. So this is a first foal out of Havana Bar. She had a lifetime mark, a 2-year-old mark of 158-3. Took a 3-year-old mark of 56-3. Made 80,000. She was a muscle massive. Just a meat and potatoes run-of-the-mill horse. The third dam is the dam of Chocolatier and Sugar Trader. So there's speed, there's talent, there's money in the family. Just got to look a little bit for it. None of that matters at this point. The horse I saw today, Bronx Zoo, very nice horse. Number 267. Here comes Merck again. Next is number 273. This is a Cantab Hall. Hello, Marcus.
You good?
Yeah. You ready to roll?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I just don't want the baby to get fussy.
All right. Well, do you want to come in this car?
Yeah, we may as well. It's right here.
Okay. Well, jump in.
Well, I gotta get a lead on the baby.
Okay, so when you get out here, I'll finish my video. This will be part 1 of a 2-part video because we're going to eat at a Mexican restaurant. I don't know about that. I don't mind Mexican. Sorry, number 273, Harlan L. This is a Cantab Hall. Stop now. This is a Cantab Hall Colt. January 22nd. I remember this guy. This is a big colt. This Harlan L is a Cantab Hall Colt, January 22nd foal. Again, when you look at the family, there's some money there. Some decent horses there. The mother herself, a Muscle Hill, Southwind Hope, took a mark of 154-1, made $220,000. Nothing to sneeze at there. This is the first foal, is racing. A Hopeful Prayer, that was a Father Patrick. Has a record of 2. So this is 100% producing dam. This is a Cantab Hall Colt. Probably can't afford this horse, but again, who knows? Unless you've watched a ton of horses go through, watch the sale unfold in front of you. You have no idea the lunacy that takes place in some of these things. You'll look at them, some horses you have pegged really high go for nothing. Some horses you have pegged really low go for a fortune. And there's no rhyme or reason for it, so you have to be ready for all the horses. I keep saying this, but I can't say it enough. Number 273, Harlan L., a good-looking colt by Cantab Hall. You have to look down to the third dam, is the dam of Marion Marauder, Spellbound Hanover, that is. This is a decent family. You have to look around a bit, but it's a decent family, but most importantly, a good-looking horse. Number 273, Harlan L. Next is a pacer. Now, the reason there's value here, you might say to yourself, the Captain Treacherous, there's no value here. This is Where We Was Up's sister. I went and looked at her. She looks really, really good. Where We Was Up was back on his knees a bit, big, stocky, bulky, good-looking colt, but your typical War We Needy, right? That plow horse look to them. This filly looks sleek, slick. She's put together well. Proportionally speaking, she's correct, right? She's just a good-looking filly. So number 310, War We Express, another horse for multiple reasons we're looking at. I may have went and saw her for one reason, but I like her for quite another. War We Express, number 310, just a really, really good-looking horse. Number 333 is a beautiful muscle mass colt. He is a giant. Now, if you look around in here, you can see the mother of Play Tricks on Me, Borgdonia. You can see all these muscle playmate. You can see lots of stuff going on here. If you look close, you can even see Compass Rose DC in there. She's an aunt of an uncle or a cousin or something in here. But circle back to the dam. Lima Playmate, Lima Playtime is a sister to Lima Playmate, who is the mother of Compass Rose DC and a number of other horses. So, Kevin's Playmate, aside from all the jabbering about breeding and cousins and mothers and aunts, just a good-looking horse. This is a giant animal. Kevin's Playmate is a very, very big muscle mass colt. April 7th full, selling from the Peninsula Farm consignment. Next we have number 344. Now, funny little story here. One of my top picks last year from Lexington was out of our brother too, Riveting Rosie. Same as this horse. Rosie's War Bonds was a colt that we had vetted out. We had looked at very closely. A horse that I thought very, very highly of. And then we didn't buy him. He went for $100,000. Somebody else bought him, raced him in Ontario this year. Not really that special. Just kind of a horse. But he was a colt. This is a filly. Riveting Rosie would be a full sister to Rosie's Masterpiece. Take note, sometimes there is a big difference between colts and fillies in the family. When I look at this family, there's a Muscles Yankee with a mark of 54 on a 5/8, 180,000 made. Then we have a Chocolatier, a Lindy Lane, a Guy to Muscle, another Muscle Mass filly, one more Rosie, took a mark of 57, and then we have Rosie's War Bonds. So this is a full sister to Riveting Rosie and a very, very good looking filly. I am really, really happy with what I saw from number 344 and a horse that we are paying very close attention to. Next, we are going to look at number 358. No, I didn't do a video of this horse. This is the sister to Southwind Striker. Her name is Soxy Muscle Lady. Now, the reason I picked this horse, I didn't really pick this horse. The breeder of this horse, Mary, who is the breeder, I forgot until now, of Miss Meringue, had texted me a couple hours ago, said, Anthony, I love what you did with the filly, how you handled her this summer. I have a filly in the sale. She's a Muscle Hill. Obviously, she has to go to New Jersey. It's a very tough jurisdiction. If you would be interested in buying this filly, I'd be interested in staying in as a partner. Obviously, she likes what we do and how we do it. Very flattered. I love getting messages and emails from people like that. So I don't know, Mary, if we can afford Soxy Muscle Lady. I mean, if you're saying we'll stay in for a piece at $100,000, then we probably can't do some business. But we'll see. If old Soxy happens to roll through the ring at a discounted price, then I think what we do, we may have some business to do, Mary and the stable and I. So Soxy Muscle Lady, good-looking filly. She looked fine to me. She was well put together. Just a nice Muscle Hill filly. But as I said to you, I want two things from Muscle Hill. Very, very good-looking horse and a discount. It's a very hard thing to do. The first one, very easy with Muscle Hill. Second one, the discount part, not so easy. So we'll see what happens with Soxy Muscle Lady on day 3, I think. But for now, very flattered with the offer from Mary and taking it very seriously. So number 358, Soxy Muscle Lady, is where we'll leave it off right now, as Kira, hi Kiki, and Mark and Aaliyah are getting in. There's Mark. You can see him with his giant head right there. Getting in, and we are going to go eat some Mexican food. So I'll leave it off at number 358, Soxy Muscle Lady. We'll pick it up next at... You're going to have to wait and see. Take care.